Bill Brown was a very, very unique individual. He was a gentleman who not only had a keen sense of awareness about how our manufacturing process should work, but also a very keen understanding about how people work. I first met Bill Brown when he joined our company in 1980. He was invited by Mr. Jernigan, who knew Bill and had been associated with him in the steel business in Birmingham, to come to Winston Furniture, and that was a very, very bright day in the history of Winston Furniture Company.
Bill was a big man, and it's kind of overpowering personality, and just this strong sense of self.
Larger than life. I mean, not only was Bill probably close to 6'5" with unbelievable broad shoulders, but he was the warmest person that I had met that had ever been that big. And I just looked at him and I said, wow, I'm not surprised that this is a president of a company. This is what a leader should look like. And that's what Bill was to me the first time and the last time that I saw him.
While he was always an absolute gentleman to all of us, to every one of our dealers, he was an absolute gentleman to the people who were welding in our factory. But he was quite driven.
I didn't work with him directly. He was actually one of my competitors. And so he was very difficult to compete with, frankly.
Bill was an innovator in this industry. Bill invented the pre-market. Every early buy pattern that we use in this industry that's being used today at market is all from the early buys that Bill created.
He came out with a program which for Winston Furniture was a 2-week ship program, or they would pay the freight. And I was a Malin rep at the time, and it destroyed me.
Bill wanted everyone included from the standpoint of feeling part of the organization. It wasn't management, it wasn't manufacturing, it wasn't sales and marketing, it was Winston Furniture.
I think that's kind of how he ran the business, by talking to people in the business and learning how they thought and how he could make it work better.
I think Bill was the most proud of his family, for starters. Then I think he was very, very proud of what he was able to do at Winston Furniture.
I think that I learned a lot from my dad, who learned a lot from Bill about principles. And with Bill, it was all about principles, it was all about integrity. And I think at the end of the day, when he looks at his family and the stature that he had in this industry, I think it's the principle and the legacy that he left on, where this industry has really emulated so much of what someone was innovative enough to have done 30, 40 years ago.
When I found out he was getting this award, it made me proud to have known him so well.
I think that hugely deserving of the recognition. I wish he were here.
He just was an unbelievable leader that led by example, and he did it every day.
We were walking through the door of our showroom in High Point, North Carolina, about 7 or 8 years after Bill had joined the company. And he looked at me and he said, "Tom, I'm going to give you one piece of advice, but I want you to always remember." He said, "It'll help you be a better member of our company, it'll help you be a better member of your family." And that advice was, be accountable. And I've never forgotten it. I thought about it today, coming over here to the Merchandise Mart, and I think about it most every day.